why do Western teachers like you emphasize strolling to feel and be in the body, while Indian gurus hardly speak about this? Furthermore, what do you think about A Course in Miracles, which seems to be mind-based very much? Do you recommend to do the course? This is so complicated, Sebastian, to ask these sorts of questions. You have to go into the feeling and see what's being felt. I reckon that Western teachers talk a lot more about going into the feelings because Western people have really screwed up sense of self, because our society is so much more based on the individual and being someone. We live in so many complicated and deceptive lies, and if you don't go into the feelings, then you can't tell that they're a lie or they're deception. Whereas when I've spent time in India, sometimes the mentalities in India are a lot simpler. So it's a lot more obvious what that illusion's doing. But the sense of self in the West is so full of deception. So I've noticed from the years in speaking, as I used to speak just about non-duality, but now I've opened up a lot more, is that people lie to themselves so much. They want to just stay in the surface stories, and then they start telling they are nobody and they're now nobody because they've seen that there is wholeness and there's not actually someone there, but they're still suffering. They feel contracted and uncomfortable, and they still feel like they're somebody inside the body, but they're not even aware of that because they're totally cut off from the feelings. And with the Course in Miracles, the recommendation, this is an impossible thing to ask because it's dependent on, if there's attraction there, or if you're a really heady person, then maybe not. If you're not so heady, then maybe. If it's attractive, it's not. There's not going to be a wrong way because you're not really a doer. You're not really a separate person that's choosing. That person that's moving its attention is a functioning. That person, if I say now, to shut your eyes and feel your feelings, isn't actually a chooser, it's a formation happening. It gives the appearance that it's doing things, so I can say to it, stand up, and it feels like that person is doing it, but there's something experiencing that. That's actually an appearance happening in this. It's not an independent doer. So that person that feels like it's independent, because it's living a lie and it feels like it's independent, it really gets confused about choices and thinks that choices are way more important than what they are, because it believes that, it thinks, I'm separate, I've got to choose my happiness, therefore reading the Course in Miracles or knowing whether to read it is the most important thing because the future is going to bring me happiness. But that's a lie. That the freedom and the love that you're looking for is in the experience, it's not out of it. But you feel incomplete, so therefore you seek for something external to you. I can say this 1,000 times and the person still carries on seeking. So what you're telling me to do is that I should read the Course in Miracles, or I should do this or should do that. The person, this is why we have satsangs and this repetition, because the person just keeps going back into its story of itself. I am being tormented, so I'm being tormented by a burning desire. What should I do? Put the attention on that desire and let it speak. See what's there. And in it, underneath it, behind it, when you stop running for it, there is the freedom. It's the amness that's in the experience. While you try to complete it in time, it will just carry on. It will just play. But you keep asking, not you, just you, Susan, but lots of people keep asking, is this good, is that good, is this good, is that good? It's like the mind is desperately seeking. It's here in the experience. Like, it's okay to do a few different things, a therapy, listen to non-duality, but the mind's like, I've got to find it, I've got to find it. It's not there, it's here. It's in what's happening. It's the essence of what's happening. I've got to do this, I've got to do that. It's here, here. So then it flips from this thing to that thing, and it thinks a year is enough time to spend on one thing. And oh no, it's not working. Next thing, next thing, next thing. So the point is to refuse the mind and stay in the present moment. That one that's looking for the answer, Sebastian, is an experience. It hasn't got the answers. And I'm not saying stay in the present moment. Who's experiencing that one that's moving its attention? That's the freedom. That one that's moving its attention and feeling its sensation, that's the one that's constantly trying to run away from the moment, from everything. It's looking, this is who I am this person, I am this body, and I don't like this sensation. But that's being experienced. Who experiences that? Who's listening now? Who's looking now? That one that's moving its attention, that one that's making choices is being experienced. It's not experiencing anything. It seems like it is because it moves its attention. But you can move the attention to the feelings and they can still be hearing sound happening outside. So that's obviously not what is aware. That's a functioning in the dream. So there's something else that knows everything that's happening. Thank you for people that called in. It's so beautiful for that openness and honesty and letting other people see that as well. And just be aware that when I'm speaking with someone, I'm very particularly speaking to them. So whatever I'm saying to them doesn't, might change when I speak with someone else. So if you find that hurts or that's disturbing, or you're trying to find a particular way to hear non-duality, then you're identifying with the intellect and you're identifying with thoughts. Non-duality is what's happening. It's that amness. It's not about what you say. You can't contain non-duality. That comes and goes. All thoughts and thinking comes and goes in that isness, in that beingness. Okay, thanks guys. See you Sunday at 6 p.m. French time.